initiative in Year 7 and rolling into Year 8 is called Maths Pathways. And that's something that we've gone through an extensive research process with and consultative process with some other schools about implementing here at Newman College. It involves a series of diagnostic tests over a few months, and then it means that students end up getting an individualised maths pathway that's just for them within a classroom. It's a really exciting initiative. Finally, technology has caught up with something that we've always wanted to do, which is to have a bespoke, completely individualised education plan for every single student that is fully resourced and fully supported as well. In the primary school, the push towards some mechanisms like Seesaw has really been important for that, because you end up with a digital learning portfolio at the point when a student is learning. So a parent can be in the office and they can get a notification, they can see what their child is doing in maths at that particular point in time. Vision for Learning with the notion of challenges both teachers and students to try and reach their best and achieve their potential. So when we're thinking about teaching and learning within the classroom, it's really about knowing where our students are at so that we are meeting their needs, that we're making sure that we're appropriately challenging them. If something is too easy, students can turn off. If something is too hard, students can get bored or disengaged or can find it too challenging. So it's about finding that right need, and that's where we really try and have a data-informed school.
So 2 action research projects this year, one around building staff data literacy and one about building student resilience. We could do those projects because staff had the confidence and I suppose the currency to work together, not just within faculty but across units and across the school to build those projects. Their capacity to develop self and others, and I think this is critical, is that there's a great sense that I need to develop as a professional, but I also need to support the other teacher developing as a professional. I think for the middle leadership, and now transactionally going back through the staff, this notion that we need to be strategic as a school. And that's now happening in the life of the classroom, so strategically that we are a more flexible and agile classroom. So it's about the experience of that student. And part of those experiences is then reflected in how we would seek to promote the narrative of Newman College into the public ether.
Particularly with things like the Challenge Year 12 initiative, where we really were very upfront with students and we said, if you are in an ATAR pathway, here is the expectation that you will undertake the challenge, literally in the title, Challenge Year 12, that you will undertake the challenge to extend yourself, to ask the complicated questions, to put yourself in a growth mindset and to work really hard. As an individual, I think my personal growth plan has really helped me align my practice to the Vision for Learning and has allowed me to think about the specific areas that I wanted to challenge myself in, and also given me I guess a companion to the Vision for Learning and how I drive my team and recognise that all educators in this school are leaders. We are all very skilled and driven experts in our fields, so our growth as teachers is instrumental. So there's a lot of goal setting that goes on within the department. Within the English department, there's a lot of individual reflection. Staff have really taken on individual projects this year as well as part of their own growth. And I see that really as all part of the challenge of being a really effective educator in a dynamic school.
This has required teachers to challenge themselves, but also us to sort of look into further PD on how we can provide those open-ended tasks for children, how we can create more of an inquiry-based, a project-based learning environment, and sort of let go of the reins a bit as a teacher and promote more critical thinkers in themselves, which is quite hard when they literally want to be more in charge, but it was a big sort of challenge for us to let it go and get kids to become more independent and creative in themselves.